Hello and welcome back to the Forgotten ECE. I am so excited that you're here. On this episode, we are diving into the after-school life of children, go figure, and what really happens at 3:30 or whatever time they come to your program. They walk in, you know the moment. Backpack half zipped, one shoe somehow looser than the other. We're lucky if they have both shoes on. They either collapse in a chair like they just completed a 12-hour shift, or they explode because someone touched their water bottle. And you're standing there thinking, didn't your teacher just tell me you had a great day? Yes, they did. But that's exactly why we're talking about this today. Because what we see after school is often not bad behavior, air quotes. It's the crash. It's the emotional cost of holding it together all day long. All the sitting, all the raising of hands, all the navigating friendships, all the trying not to look confused, all day of trying not to be too much or not enough. And then they get to us and everything spills. So today, we're going to unpack that. What's actually happening in their nervous system? Why behaviors escalate in our before and after school programs? Why they just want to play on the iPad or whatever technology they can get their hands on? And most importantly, how we as educators can support this co-regulation, build real tools, and structure our program in a way that helps children recover instead of unravel. Because school age isn't just supervision. It's the in-between space. And if we do it intentionally, it becomes the reset. So buckle up. If you've ever stood in your program at 3:47 p.m. wondering what the heck just happened, this episode is for you. Okay, let's talk about 3:30. Ding, 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 ding. That was my poor excuse of a bell. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay. We're not talking about 9 a.m. We're not talking about our quote unquote circle time. And we are not talking they had a great day at dismissal. We are literally talking about the second they walk into your program smiling. Because then at 3:42, someone's crying because someone else looked at them weird. By 3:47, someone is under the table hovering. By 3:55, someone says, "I hate everything." And they're only 8 years old. And you're standing there thinking, how did this escalate so fast? Didn't I just say hi? But here's how. They've been holding it together all day. Let's take a step back. They woke up early, maybe rushed, maybe already overstimulated, maybe already anxious about the test or the homework or the new lesson in math, and maybe already worried about a friendship. Maybe there was a fight yesterday between two friends telling them they're not invited to each other's birthday party. Then they go to school, where they sit and listen, and transition, and raise their hands, and try not to get in trouble, and try not to look confused, and try not to look too sensitive or too much. All the while, they manage academic pressure, peer dynamics, subtle bullying, sometimes not so subtle bullying, comparison, body changes starting earlier than they think, voice cracks, group chats, YouTube culture, perfectional expectations, worksheets, noise, lights, bells, for 6 straight hours. That is enormous. That is an enormous amount of self-regulation. So when they walk into your program, their nervous system says, okay, I'm done. Let's drop it now. And then everything spills out. Now, here's where we as educators get it wrong sometimes. We take it personally. I planned something fun. We're going outside. I bought new markers. But then they walk in and say, where's the iPad? Can we go on the iPad? Can we watch a cat video? Can we do this? The audacity, right? But I want you to pause for a second, because when a child generally speaking, reaches for a screen immediately after school, it's rarely about defiance. It's about relief. Because screens require nothing socially. No eye contact, no negotiation, no performance. They're done performing. They're all out. They're throwing in the mic, throwing in the towel, however you want to say it. This is what I like to call the after-school crash. I'm sure other people call it that too, but you're luckily listening to me, so you can hear me say it. And it's not misbehavior. It's a nervous system that has been stretched thin all day. You know what it's like, right? As an adult, having to put on this mask for people, if that's what you do, it's hard. But here's what's important. Our job is not just to absorb the crash. It's to teach them what to do with it. Because if we don't give them tools, we become their only tool and their only safe place, and that's not sustainable. So let's back up and talk about what actually happens. I'm not talking the Pinterest ideas. I'm not talking just calm down. I'm actually talking real strategies that you can walk away with today after listening to this episode. Welcome to the Forgotten ECE, the show where before and after school educators, summer camp and PD staff, and CYWs have a place where they are seen, heard, and valued. I'm your host, Jamie Wagler, and I am so excited you're here. All right. First, teach them what's happening. School-age children can understand brain science. Say it clearly. Your brain worked hard today. Your regulation battery is low. Your body needs to recharge. When we name it, we remove the shame. And when we remove the shame, behavior often softens because you are building emotional literacy. You're not babying them. Second, build compression into structure. Stop expecting instant participation at 3:30. Of course, they don't want a structured cooperative activity immediately. They've been structured all day. Instead, design a landing zone. Make sure snacks available. Make sure there's movement time available. Make sure your quiet table or quiet activities are accessible, not chaos. Predictable decompression. When our students know they have a space to land, they don't have to explode to create it. Next, let's teach them some exit language. We tell children, use your words, but do we give them the words to use? Teach them phrases like, I need space. I'm not ready yet. I need 5 minutes. That was too much. Those are all excellent phrases to teach your before and after school students. Role play it when they're calm. Normalize it in group meetings. Make it a part of your program culture. When they have the language, they don't need meltdowns to communicate capacity. Also, number 4, replace the function, not just the screen. If these students are constantly asking for iPads, did technology to fill their time, ask yourself, what need is that technology filling? Is it the quiet? Is it the control, the escape, the predictability? And then design alternatives that meet the same need. What about audiobooks with headphones? What about a sketch journal? How about a standing puzzle table or choice boards that they actually get to participate in helping you create? By doing this and by offering these different activities and these different options, you're strengthening regulation skills. And that's professional school age practice. That is giving these students the exact tools they need to be successful. Also, watch your emotional stance. This one matters most. Children borrow your nervous system. If you're tight, rushed, irritated, it spreads like wildfire. Before responding, slow down. lower your voice, which honestly I am awful at because if you can tell by listening to me, I am hyper. I am always excited. My voice is literally like this all the time. But when I'm with my students, when I'm with these kids, even when I'm with my own children, I have to calm my body, lower my voice, use fewer words, and ground your body blah, 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 all the time. But I need to ground myself and I need to remind myself that this isn't helping them. It's like you're a thermostat, not a thermometer. You need to cool it down. At this age, co-regulation is subtle. It's not rocking them, but it's modeling this steadiness. Here's what I want you to hear clearly from me. Today's children are navigating more complexity than we did at their age. Earlier puberty, social media influence, peer comparison, academic pressure. Some of them are carrying more than we realize, and this is just surface level. There is so many more factors underneath that we are not aware of. Before and after school programs sit in this powerful space. And I need you to realize this. This is the in-between, the transition between school and home. And these transitions are where regulation either collapses or gets built. Think about all those kids that leave school, come to your program, and then have to rush off to sport or whatever extracurricular activity they have to do that night. It's hard. It's draining. When is there time to be a child? When is there time to just be themselves? To just be. If we design intentionally, we don't just survive 4 p.m. We actually teach these students, these before and after school students, that they can overwhelm and recover, that they can feel overwhelmed and recover, that they can ask for space, that they can regulate without shutting down, and that they can handle hard days. That, my friend, is resilience, not compliance. School-aged children are not preschoolers with taller bodies, okay? It requires different systems, different language, different expectations. And when we get it right, we don't just manage behaviors because it's not the behaviors that need managing. We build emotionally intelligent humans. That's the work. And that's what matters. Okay. Before we wrap up, I want you to take a second and reflect. What in your program feels heavy right now? Is it the after-school crash? Is it the constant behavior escalation? Is it screens? Is it the team dynamics? Is it feeling like you're holding everything together alone? Because here's the truth. If it feels heavy, it's worth looking at. And you don't have to figure it out in isolation. Send me a message. Tell me what's happening in your program. Tell me what your 3:30 looks like. Honestly, I read those messages, I respond, and sometimes those conversations turn into the next episode, the next training, or the shift in your program that you didn't even know you needed. You're not just managing time, you are shaping how children recover from their day. And you deserve support. So reach out. Let's talk about what feels heavier and let me make it a little lighter for you. Thank you so much for listening. Have the most beautiful Sunday and we'll chat soon. Happy learning. Hi, Forgotten ECE listeners. Before we wrap up, I need to tell you about something I am so excited about. North of Ordinary, the Summer Camp Leadership Retreat is officially open for registration, and the early bird pricing is available now until March 1st. This is not your generic leadership training. This is immersive, practical training for school-age leaders, for school-age educators, for summer camp and recreational staff who actually work with school-age children. Yay! If you're leading mixed age groups, if you're trying to build sustainable systems, if you want programming that actually works and you're tired of reactive firefighting, this retreat is for you. We'll be together June 12th to 14th at the Hidden Acres Camp in Ontario for 2 nights, immersive leadership sessions, and real applicable tools you can bring back to your team immediately. Early bird pricing ends March 1st. Don't miss it. Head to MissJamieConsulting.com/Camp North to secure your spot. That's MissJamieConsulting.com SULTING.com/Camp North to secure your spot. Let's elevate your camp and let's elevate your leadership. Thank you, amazing listeners, for your support. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at MissJamie_RECE. Give a star rating and leave a review. Have something you want to hear about in relation to before and after school programs or full day summer camp? DM me or comment. Again, thank you so much and happy learning.